Okay. Give the music time to fade out. 5 games tonight. Like most nights. Hey, Mecha MacGyver. This first game is super weird. It's almost certainly the most interesting game tonight. Honey on the Road. You might notice that I spelled it like Haney, but if you look this game up, it'll often be spelled honey, like the English word. It's a play on that. Holy crap, look at that. He's a Haniwa, which is like a little terracotta figure. Thank you, 3-2. Little terracotta figure. I think they're usually like some sort of funerary thing. I'm not too familiar. But thanks, 3-2. The what am I thinking of? The gyroids in Animal Crossing, those are Haniwa, for example. I should have prepared a picture, but that's easy enough. Haniwa. Yeah, they come in all different like shapes and sizes and everything, but the most famous Haniwa figures look like this. Holy, that link is broken, I think. Oh geez, this is too confusing. You can Google Haniwa figure if you're really that interested in it. Yeah, Cactuar is also a cactus Haniwa. But they spell it Haney. So that's how I spell it, even though anyone who spells it Honey, that's defensible, so it's all cool. Yeah, no, I know why it broke it. This game is really strange. It's mostly auto-scrolling. You have a really awkward jump and an extremely awkward attack. This thing. Just the fact that it's like a 12-second animation is awkward in and of itself, but the hitbox is sort of like misplaced. It's shifted a little bit to the left of where it looks like it should be. So like if I get to the right of an enemy and like hit the air like a mile away from them, they'll still get hit. But when you're moving left to right, which you are most of the time, the game is really picky about like you have to attack as late as possible, which is easy on these early Dogu enemies, but it gets harder. Oh dear. Oh yeah, and you die in one hit. I think you get an extra honey like every 25 of these blue jars you get. It's some kind of unusual number. But this is one of the first games that Arc System Works did, I think, back when they were called Arc. They were involved in the first game in this series, which was totally different. It's a shoot 'em up, and in my opinion, a real piece of crap, where like you have to grind. So I'm sure it's technically possible to just fly from the beginning to the end of the first game in the series, Honey in the Sky. But there are like, hey, thanks for following. There are like looping sections where you have to, there'll be a fork in the road. And let's say you go left, that's the road to the next level. But if you go right, you have to do an extra section sort of as a penalty. And then you end up back at that same fork in the road. So as far as I can tell, the way you're meant to play it, and keep in mind, this is a shoot 'em up, is you keep picking the wrong the wrong option over and over again to kill enemies, to get enough money to buy enough power-ups that it's actually like feasible to beat the game. It's really strange. Arc System Works was involved in that game, but I think they like just did sound programming or something. They also made Mappy Kids for the Famicom. That was one of their earliest games. That game also sucks. Arc Systems didn't really have their shit figured out until Honey on the Road, I think. I don't know when he joined. I have a memory of looking up the credits for this game to see if he was involved in some way, but I don't remember learning that he was, so. This game has a really cool, like, game over mechanic. There's no way I'm beating this. This game is hard as hell, for the record, but I will deliberately show off the neat game over. I mean, he must have started out doing, like, Charlie work before he got to be, like, a fighting game auteur. I would be interested to know what... Oh, this level sucks. What he did before, you know, he was the man, the myth. Oh, did it really? I guess you're in the area that's getting affected by this tropical storm or whatever. Hey, thank you, Wiggy. I don't know what the box is about. Something that I don't get, that thing that I just picked up, that's a Magatama. There is it's some sort of symbol. I think it has some sort of like religious significance, but I do know that it's part of the Japanese imperial regalia. So like, or regalia may be the wrong term, but it's like the 3 artifacts of the emperor. So supposedly, the imperial family has in its possession some mirror. I always forget the mirror. The sword Kusanagi and the Magatama. Yeah, sure, regalia. There we go. But check this out. They hear a woman's voice from above. Oh, that's funny. She just came down here to tell us that the boss's weak point is its legs. This music fucking rips, in my opinion. Unless it's bad to rip. It's the good one. It slaps or rips or something. Yeah, Lemon is the player 2 character. Well, shouldn't have done that. The like basic platforming in this game is honestly quite difficult. The easiest jumps are the ones that are just like your max jump distance. Whoops. All right, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, this game is cool. Evening to you also. So if I recall, the boss here is like a lion dance puppet or something. No, I'm thinking of a different level. That doesn't look like any lion dance I've ever seen. So as far as I can tell, the thing with the bosses is you always want to be on the right, if you can, because of how the hitboxes are screwed up in this game. What? Nice. Oh yeah, I brought up the Magatama for this reason. For some reason, that's always called a Mitama in English, and I have no idea why. So the game's continue checkpoints are few and far between. Stage G is one of them. So if I game over from this point on, I can continue from here. If I hadn't made it past this stage in one credit, I would have had to have started over from the very, very beginning. I forget if this is a cool stage. Yeah, this stage sucks. I picked the wrong stage. Based on what we now know about the PC Engine, I think this stage probably looks a little too pink. And so do the Tengu. These guys. Oh my god. Whoops. Oh, I didn't do the good game over. I don't know what that was about. Oh, okay, whoops. Whoops. Okay, tell you what. Well, I was gonna try to get the cool game over. I'll do it in the other stage. I got a pipe. I don't know what that was about. I don't think I've ever seen that death animation before. Oh, good one. All right, check this out. So if you game over by falling into a pit, you get 3 lives back, but you have to fight your way out of hell. Which is just a bunch of tricky platforming. It's honestly quite hard, I think. Yeah, I know, this game is so cool. For as, like, difficult as it is, I think it's worth meeting it halfway. Whoops. I do want to beat this game someday, but honestly, it's pretty tough, and I just haven't gotten around to it. I feel like... You tell me. I bet watching somebody grind this just to try to 1cc it would be tedious. Like, this probably is not the most exciting game you ever watched here, right? Am I correct? Or am I overthinking it? Hey, thank you, Yuzu. I need to think about when to do the Twitch Sing stream, because from the looks of it, that goal is going to get met. Unless just nobody who contributed hidden gems toward it ever does again. Oops. Thanks, Mortis. And Violet. And Mackenzie. And... That jump is doable. I did it before. 75% complete, apparently. No. I am not like God's gift to singing, just to make sure you set your expectations accordingly. Yeah, it maxes at 2,000 per stream. As far as I can tell, this stage is like impossible. I want to do this one. Ah. Whoops. Much easier. Maybe this Muppet stage is the way to go after all. Damn it. It's like, it's really tough to react to those pits. You can probably tell just by looking, but this game controls kind of strangely. It takes a very long time to decelerate. Damn it. Do you? Yeah, this game's awesome. You got a real treasure on your hands there. This is one of those games that you'll hear called both a hidden gem and a Ksoge, like at about the same rate. Oops. It's an original IP. It is actually a sequel. The game it's a sequel to is like totally different. It's a shmup and it sucks. In my opinion, it's got its fans. Whoops. Funny thing is, the shmup is probably harder than this game, but it's hard in kind of an obnoxious way. So like, good. There's like an in-game currency that you spend to buy like speed upgrades and gun upgrades and stuff. And they're really, really important, the power-ups. So you have to guess quote unquote wrong on like, what? How long does this last? This is amazing. Look at me go. Whoops. On branching paths so that you loop sections that you would think are meant to penalize you, but they just give you time to grind. So that you can be strong enough to like deal with the game. What is Tropical? Oh, it's on the Intellivision. I've definitely not seen it then. Maybe this level is more doable than I thought. This is the Path of Thorns. So like, yeah, these things are super fast. This might be my favorite song in the game. I think all of the music in this is cool. Like, it's got personality anyway. Ooh. Whoop. Hey, I have a question. I played an 8-bit Sega system in a Sears when I was very young. I think this was possibly even before we got our NES. Thank you, Ashen Circle. Community challenge complete. Well, I'll be damned. I hope you guys like the Gin Blossoms. That's like all I can sing. I don't know when I'm going to be doing that. The plan was to do it for the very next stream after the challenge got met. But what? I did throw my back out. So I'm actually playing this standing up. I'm like mostly recovered from the initial injury, but not all the way. It'll be soon, I can tell you that. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Found Out About You, to be honest. I'll take it over like Better Than Ezra or something. 90s alt rock, when it was new, I didn't much care for a lot of it. Like, there was a time when I just liked, okay, I guess I was just screwed. When I liked, you know, pretty much anything that I heard on the radio. And I got into metal. Yeah, this is Honey on the Road. I got into metal, and then I became I got really snobby about 90s music. Which then was just, at that point, was just called music. There wasn't any need to, yeah, eat it, to draw that line in the sand. 'Cause you had music, you had old music. I guess I lost the ring somehow. And I've gone back to a lot of the stuff that I just wrote off out of hand because it wasn't Queensryche or Dream Theater. The stop sign stops the enemies. Ingenious. Well, that lasts for a really long time, too. And let me tell you, one band that I just cannot change my mind about, that I don't think I could ever like Better Than Ezra. This is the Lion Dance boss. Isn't this song awesome? Yeah. I'd forgotten about them. And then I was like, what was that annoying ass song about running through the wet grass? And I Googled it, and I think I Googled that exact phrase. And yeah, Better Than Ezra. Holy smokes! What? I'm stuck. Oh no, I know this stage. Yeah, check this out. I'm a car. This game is kick-ass. It's a shame that like all the really cool stuff in this game is so deep into it. Because like, I don't mean to overstate its difficulty. It's not like Diojo White Label or anything. But it's not an easy game either. Yeah, I don't know whether this one tends to be expensive, Astrid. Oh no! Look at that little guy. Oh, come on. I mistook the enemy for me. So I hit the jump button when the enemy was about to run into the one-up, or into the pit. And I jumped over the one-up into the pit myself. I didn't look too closely, but I think this this stage is called the Highway of Tears. That's funny. Whoa, okay. Here in Missouri, we just call that I-70. Ha ha! Well, I got the one up, but at what cost? I think this is the only car stage. I forget. Oh my god. Get the... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No. Oh, really? Yeah, no, look. So it's the same as Trail of Tears then, like same connotations? That's... Well, it's less amusing now. Whoops. Oh my god. I'm guessing Arc Systems didn't know either, or System Works didn't know either, but you never know. Yeah, well, I'm glad I do know. Now. No. Nuts. Oh. Yeah, the lizard kicks ass, right? No, you can link it in the chat. I don't feel like anyone's experience is going to be ruined for learning about this. Learn something new every day. There's a lot of arcade games that I think you could say this is similar to. I'm so good, dude. Because this sort of like 4-tiered or 3-tiered level design was pretty common at one point. I finally made it out of hell. Yes, Soul & Stone is the game that it gets compared to decent amount. I feel like I get why one would make that comparison, but it's also not the first comparison I would draw. Well, I'm fucked. Now it's like Ride to Hell. Dumb. Whoops. Yeah, Ride to Hell is so cool. I want to beat this level. I feel like this one should be easy once you have it memorized, you know? It's just a matter of like, don't get destroyed by the lizards when they spawn. Fun quote out of context, I think. I could have gotten that one up. It's not really a trap. But the timing is pretty tight on getting the one up and then making the jump. Oh dear. No. It just falls apart so fast. Year of the Dog. You want to talk about a bad 90s song? Dog's Eye View. I always do that. The band isn't called Year of the Dog. It's called Dog's Eye View. Oh, nice. I didn't even do this on purpose. Okay, so... Hey there, Mr. Retro Gaming Bard. Like, some of the stages have warps. It just depends on which lane you take when you exit the stage. These power-ups are like... They're downgrades. There's just no other way to look at it. I could have gotten like a couple one-ups worth of these pots if I hadn't grabbed the pogo stick, but oops. Did they keep making music? I only remember Everything Falls Apart. And yeah, Lemon is just a gray honey. All right, do I want this like Daruman stage or this like Roper stage? We gotta go with the Roper, what am I saying? Oh yeah, okay, this stage is tricky. As far as I can tell, you never want to mess with these guys. And also, the same pipe won't drop twice in a row. Except like right at the end, I think that does happen, but I might be able to hang on for dear life if I just immediately go to the pipe that just fell as soon as it does. But I was mid-sentence and forgot that I was gonna do that. Yeah, I don't know if you were here, but the hell thing happens if you game over by falling into a pit specifically. Yeah, okay, that was the one. I didn't come by my knowledge of this game honest. I was watching a friend of mine try to route the speedrun in 12 hours. Oh yeah, I forgot about this song. So this stage's gimmick is that the time limit is really, really tight. Whoops. Those clock items do extend the time limit. Gosh, dang it, dude. But not enough that I think you can still beat the stage after guessing wrong on the path the way I just did. Oh no. Oh, nice, I made it. Yeah, I really only remembered good and desperately wanting. Whoa! Yeah, okay, so the hell thing. This happens when you game over by falling into a pit. If you game over because an enemy killed you, then you don't go here. But the cool thing about this is, if you can do it, and it's a pretty tricky level, it's the same every time, so once you know it, you're good. Then you can pick up right back where you left off. You get 3 lives when you fall down here. No. All right. No. Well, that was like 40 minutes of Honey on the Road. I like this game. What else is up, though? Oh, golf. We gotta get golf out of the way. I'm sorry. It won't take long. CD golf at that. So this isn't... Okay, it is. This is a CD version of a game that already had a HuCard port, and I don't actually know if it's like appreciably different. CD golf. All right. What the? I'm not controlling this. There. That's funny. The attract mode demo like goes through the menu and you can't interrupt it. You have to reset the game. 1. Dot. I like this music, but this isn't CD music, is it? This is the first one I can think of. Yeah, I think this is an Apple II game originally, right? And it got ported to everything under the sun. What's funny is I don't think they really made any effort to like update the palette for you know, to take advantage of the... Oh my gosh. Is that good what I just did? Oh, probably not. I don't think they really like made any effort to take advantage of the PC Engine's palette, so... What? Wait. I could at least interpret the UI of this game before. Do you hit it here and then here? What? Oh. 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 This isn't a good lineup of games at all. All right. Here we go. And weird. Yeah, EGA with the brightness turned down. For sure, right? Oh no. You're right. It does have that look. Oh. The red on the way up. What do you mean? Whoops. "28 yards." Forgive me. Yeah, but what do you want to aim for on the way up? This guy here? No. What's the point of that little red line? You want to land in the zone and then hit the red line? What? Oh, oh, oh. You have selected. Wait. Okay. Next up. I'm not doing this to myself. There's a cool game at the end of this. Play the Apple II version. I did, yeah. All right, this game, Mitsubachi Gakuen. I had to look it up to make sure it's work safe. The translation of this title is Honeybee Academy. And then, like, you know, with the box art and everything, I was like, is this one of those games? It's not. It doesn't look very exciting, though. All right, I gotta check the volume levels. I'm talking. Hey, the game's a little loud, huh? Yeah, the link's fine. Is that better? Volume balance-wise? I think it is. I wouldn't be too shocked. So, as far as I can tell, the idea here is this is like a visual novel and you're trying to become a pop idol. This song is kind of good. I sat down to eat more sandwich and it just stopped the song. Thank you, Fel. Ka. Yo. Ko. So I looked at some gameplay of this. It's boring. I'm so sorry to report, it's very boring. Oh no. So, the idea is you're their teacher. These characters aren't used anymore. Wanko. Puppy Dog Sensei, that's our name.
ようこそミツバチ学園へ。私が校長の松野だ。これから君にこの学園の新任教師として1年間生徒たちの面倒を見てもらうことになるわけだ。まあ慣れないうちはいろいろと大変だろうが、君のその若さとガッツで困難な局面を乗り切ってくれると私は期待しているよ。さあ、これが正当名簿だ。受け取りたまえ。
Okay, so oh neat, we get to pick which season we start on. Autumn. No, that's not you. It's like the principal or something. So you're these girls, like I assume like homeroom teacher. I didn't hear whether he said the actual word for that. for I think a school year, he said. So they're aspiring idols, which I only know because I looked up gameplay. And so I was kind of checked out for the beginning of this because like I already sort of know what's up with the game. But you're looking after them for 1 year. In other words, I think this is sort of like Princess Maker or something, where they're gonna, how do you? I think you would just type E and then keep hitting space. Yeah, if you type E and keep hitting space, you eventually get it. Because, okay, so this character here, has been pronounced E, and this one up here, this has been pronounced E for a really, really, really long time. But in the case of this character, it was only like around the turn of the century when it got phased out, I think. Because I majored in Japanese literature, sort of. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit for the story time, because it's driving me bonkers. But so this character at one point, this one would have been Wii actually. So the reason that this one took so long to get phased out compared to some of the other hentai gana, yes, that's what they're called, is because this grammatical construct here used it. Hello. You walked into a discussion of hentai gana. What do you think? It's that kind of game. So at one point, like steita would have been pronounced like steita, but that got rolled into just being pronounced like steita. And then many years later, it also got removed from the writing system. So like just, this is pronounced E. And then same deal with this O here, you'll see this romanized as wo, but there's not a wo sound in Japanese anymore, and there hasn't been for a really long time. It's just pronounced O. So when people romanize like you know that Miyazaki Hayao? No, it's not him. The other director, the one who died. That Studio Ghibli movie, Whisper of the Heart. The Japanese title is Mimio Sumaseba, which is like, if you listen closely. In the context of the story, it's actually listen closely but they renamed it anyway, so it doesn't matter. You don't, but well, songs are different. And no, after an n sound, it's not wo. It's different. So you'll see people romanize this either Mimio Sumaseba or Mimi wo Sumaseba, but it's the same thing. There are certain situations where when you transition into the O sound from another, like another vowel as part of a diphthong, or from to an English speaker's ears, it'll sound like wo, but it's not the same sound. That has legitimately been phased out. And yeah, in singing, you hear a whole lot of stuff that like doesn't seem, if you're a native English speaker, it sounds like something that's not in Japanese syllabary anymore. And the funny one is, you know that like R kind of sound in Japanese, like dadidu-dero, that thing? If you happen to speak like the Midwestern American dialect of English, you're in luck. Hey, thanks for the follow. Because the double D in this word, that's the same sound. Well, it's not even uo, because Benji is Benji knows a whole lot about Japanese, so they're coming at this from an informed place. Don't misunderstand. Like after ngo sounds kind of different depending on how quickly someone's speaking, but point is that noise, you can make that if you just do the double D in ladder if you happen to be from like Missouri or Illinois or something like that. It's the same phoneme or whatever the term is. But in singing, it'll sound like an L because you're doing it really slowly as you sing. So sometimes it'll just be indistinguishable from how it is in conversation, right? But if you listen to Japanese songs, it sounds like they're doing a like the thing. The singing is neat, that's why. Is that what it is? Yeah. Yeah, and if you do a flap really slowly, of course it's gonna be like la. And similarly, you do hear that in speaking if someone is like starting a sentence on the Nagyo is what it's called, so daridurero, that thing. I'm embarrassed that this is the first example that comes to mind, but in an early episode of Evangelion, if I can guess, I think it's episode 3, the Shinji's dad, I forget his name, Ikari Gendo, right? They is like testing out the plug for one of the Evangelion suits, and like I think the mech itself starts going berserk and like punching the wall or something. And he like crushes his glasses in his hand or something and goes, "Lay," like that. And it sounds so much like an L if you're an English speaker. But it's not. So anyway, that's your Japanese lesson. I'm really trying to avoid playing this because it looks like a piece of crap, but what must be done must be done. Autumn. Anyone who walked in on the Dragon Quest! I changed my mind about the game. This is awesome. Yeah, exactly, Benji. The reason for that, the thing that kind of sounding like sometimes that's a deliberate stylistic thing, but it's because that sound is like the noise that, again, this is if you're Missourian, that you make in the back of your throat as you say the word sing. So like The Shinbun thing is different. So you're going like and then you're doing a bilabial consonant. That can't sound like N, like Shinbun. You have to like do gymnastics inside. I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead because the sentence I was putting together was accidentally really suggestive. You have to do gymnastics, linguistic gymnastics, to make that actually sound like an N. So it's like Shinbun, because you're going and then B. So it's, I would actually personally favor this romanization. This is not as common these days. Like most people write this word like that. They shouldn't, because it's wrong, because it doesn't reflect the Japanese pronunciation, but it is what it is. That's their choice. And I even, if you notice, for this Franker Faces, I stuck to my guns, but then for this subscriber emote, that's an N, because I figure if someone's gonna like pay me money just to get a shitty emote, then they deserve, well, it's a good emote actually. All the ones that I made are bad, and all the ones that everyone else made are good, but anyway. Then I'm not gonna backsass them about their romanization, so that's the story there. All right, let's play this turd. This is tight. I wasn't expecting this to be Dragon Quest. Hey, thank you, Gunstar Heroes. Oh man, Onisan ga arawareta. So this is like, Onisan is what you'll just like call a stranger who happens to be a man of a certain age, you know? So of course it means brother. I think everyone knows it means older brother, but like someone who appears to be, hey, thank you, Bridgewater, I appreciate it. Someone who appears to be, you know, in their like 20s or 30s. if you don't know their name and you need to like call out to them, Nissan might be something you would say. So. Whoa! Dude! Puppy Dog Sensei just did 47 damage to Onisan. PK. Is this secretly the coolest game ever made? This is the same game. Thank you, Yuzu. Okay, yeah, I figured this was what was going on. So that was, just so we're clear, that was Sensei playing this game. It wasn't her. That's funny. So we were in the middle of playing this RPG, and she went, Sensei, Sensei, and then he would reply, Dare da yo, which, like, that's a pretty harsh thing to say. It's not like, who is it? It's like, who the hell is this? I was in the middle of a game, you know. Oh, it's you. So now I can look around or look at my inventory. I see. Hang on. I didn't get a good look at her face. Okay, so we've got like a little, I don't know what you would call this, like a dossier of all the girls that were supposed to help become pop idols. Dude, I don't want to play this. Yeah, I mean, look at it this way. Unless you happen to be just like the coolest person in the world and you're living your truth, and if that's you, I respect it, but most people wouldn't laugh like Popeye speaking English, right? And if someone who was learning English as a second language, like, just all of a sudden busted out, like, or like, you know, said Misker instead of Mister or something, that would be weird, right? Because Popeye is stylized, and anime is often stylized in similar ways. But students can really get themselves in danger with it. All right, so I got to take a look at her. Aha. What the hell is her last name? Her first name is Shoko, I think, right? Even that I'm like not totally sure about. It looks like Shoko. Yeah, I did exactly that when I was talking about the Mr. FPGA thing. I'm looking up this name. I'm almost positive that it's pronounced Sho, but I'd been misled by what appear to be pronunciation radicals before. See? It's Miyoko. So I'm glad I looked it up. So something Miyoko. Anami or Anamizu? I don't know which one. Probably Anami Miyoko is my guess. Yeah, well, the thing is, Deep Shock, people are expecting that from non-native Japanese speakers. Let's speak to her. Oh, okay. So there's like a school festival coming up, and she and the other girls are gonna form a band for it. And she wants us to fill in for she says the korasu, which I assume is like backing vocals. It just says chorus music term, but maybe we're supposed to join the band to sing in the chorus specifically, but oh wow, it does sound like Last Christmas.
メンバーは私の他にリエとフミコと香織と雪美。
Okay.
ねえ先生お願いコーラスやってください。
I don't want to do this. All right.
うわありがとうございます。
That was kind of underacted. That what?
それじゃあ明日の3時に渋谷のスタジオに来てくださいね。約束ですよ。
That's got to be deliberate. It's too similar. So we're supposed to meet her at the studio in Shibuya at 3 tomorrow. And then, this game is kind of cool in the next day in some ways, right? Like, this is a really interesting visual presentation for this sort of thing. We're at Studio Penta. This is Kaori. You just said good morning, which that's funny because it's 3 in the afternoon. I feel like everybody knows this because you guys all watch Game Center CX, but in the entertainment industry, they'll say "Ohayou gozaimasu" at all hours of the day. It's always good morning. It's never like good afternoon. I don't know Smooth Action. Let's look this up. So, what did I say that one girl's name was? Anami Miyoko? No, but what about Anamizu? Miyoko, no. That's the thing. I don't think they are real idols. It's possible that they were in fact aspiring idols and Hudson tapped them for this project. They tried to do that sort of thing where they would do like sort of multimedia is the wrong term, but multimedium pushes. Like usually it was like manga and video game crossovers. Like Strider was conceived to be both a manga and a video game from the very start. Yeah, what was that piece of crap? I don't remember. Anyway, let's talk to her.
みんなちっとも時間守らないんですよ。頭くるな。
No one got there on time except for her. She's angry. Looking around. It's a pretty big space. It'd be a real nice space, you know, to practice music. Oh, maybe it actually is morning. Hard to say. So I'm probably supposed to like look up stuff about her in the there we go. In the dossier to like know what to say to her to make her grow into a successful idol. Oh, I already looked at this one. Her charm point is something. I don't know. Use the word I don't know. It was the one with the horror story dimension, yeah. Can I move on? This is boring. Sekigahara is next. This game is surely boring as hell, right? What am I gonna do? This is turning out to be really short. I don't have the patience to like mess with this. Here's the thing. I'm actually sort of interested in this, but if we're gonna play this kind of game, I would much rather play Tokimeki Memorial. I've actually been meaning to play that on stream. Yeah, it's the beginning of the game. Here, hang on, I'll reset. I'll show you. Because I'm done. Forget this. It really does, yeah.
ようこそミツバチ学園へ。私が校長の松野だ。これから君にこの学園の新任教師として1年間生徒たちの面倒を見てもらうことになるわけだ。まあ慣れないうちはいろいろと大変だろうが。
So, I don't know if you noticed, but it actually sounded like he said yeah earlier.
困難な局面も乗り越えて
学園yeah, like that. And that's because of how the noise works. When you go straight from to eh, it really sounds like you're going yeah. Like if you're an English speaker and you want to fake this, you just do a Y sound and it'll be understood. So basically at the beginning of the game, you're screwing around and playing this Dragon Quest ripoff. Shirome, yeah, that's the same game. I've had enough of this. Let's play Sekigahara. I'm sure this is a boring hex-based strategy game. As I've been doing this project, I've been dreading the point where like the CD add-on hits critical mass and like just all games are CD games. Because that coincided with them being a lot less strict about like adult content, which there's not that much work unsafe stuff on the CD add-on, but there's enough. I already forgot which game we were doing. But then it's also like just tons and tons of games like that. I've also been noticing there are certain kinds of games that are really common on the PC Engine that I don't think I'm qualified to make any kind of judgment on, frankly, because like, what the hell do I know about hex-based strategy games? Right? Like, if someone like you were to do this project, Ashen Circle, you would have so much more insight as to whether these games are cool. The only one I liked was Military Madness. Let me check the volume levels. Testing. It's a little loud, right? Maybe more like that. Okay. Yeah, this was a famous battle. Yeah, you too, Wiggy. Like, I wish this is something that I've been doing with other people as a group in hindsight. Because I can play all the shmups and platformers and stuff, but you give me like a visual novel, some of those I could do just because I have the ability to read them. I'm already stuck. Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on. The game's moving the cursor by itself. Look at that dude on his horse. Yes! Oh dear. What? I think I keep skipping my turn by mistake. He said, onward, onward! Did anyone catch who this is? It says his name in kanji, but I assume there are many other Japanese speakers here lurking. All right. Skip my turn again. That's not Ii Naosuke, is it? Ii Naosuke. Yes, I think. It might be a different E. Who was in the Battle of Sekigahara? Was Ii Naosuke in it? No. Who were the other members of the E family? Naonori, maybe? Oh, no. When did the Battle of Sekigahara begin? 1600. It had to be someone who was alive in. Maybe. No, because that's a woman. Oh, finally. Who am I? I'm gonna feel like an idiot when I figure out who this is, because it's someone famous, right? Who, wait. Yeah, Sakanakao, I my patience wore thin. All right, hang on. I'm finding out who this is. I'm certain that this is a figure I should know. And the fact that I can't read his name is almost embarrassing, because it's a really, like, it's a lot of really simple characters in a row. Nope, I give up. Never mind. Oh, man. Well, it's a hex-based strategy game. Hang on. Is there... I'm sure this is absolutely thrilling to watch, but I have to know now, because, like, I remember what the second character and his name is now, so give me just a sec. I think it's that, right? Naomasa, that was my guess, actually. Is there an E Naomasa by any chance? 'Cause that's definitely the guy's name. Yeah, here we go. Under the Sengoku period daimyo and later shogun Tokugawa Ieyasu. So, like, yeah, he's... I guess we're against the winning side here. Time to move. Why can I only move one unit? What did I do wrong? He's a new guy. That guy's name was Tanaka something Masa, I think. Oh, whoa. Look at this. There's a whole bunch of dudes. Thank you, Mortis. Samurai warriors. Nice. What is the term for this? This is too grognard for me. Is that what they say? The guy's last name is Ikeda. I didn't catch anything else because the game menu's too fast. Ikeda something Masa. Oh. I'm sorry. I can't fake interest in this. This is just super boring to me. The last game is a shmup. I can't... The carrot's right in front of my nose, you know. I have to just... Terumasa? Okay. Rhythm Sengoku. Probably, but did you see how slowly I was moving? I would have had to play for like half an hour to get into one battle and lose it. But in Darius Plus, I could get into a battle right now. All right, I think this game's loud, maybe. Bomb shooter. The volume seems okay. I think I like that a little better. Oh my god! So when I'm monitoring, like I hear my voice like 5 seconds after I speak. It gets really confusing mid-sentence. Spin push? No. Or spin pair? Neither of those. Never played it. Alright, so here's the thing about this game. I was initially excited because, oh, it's a Darius game. It's a HuCard port of the first Darius, which already got a CD port. And I think the CD port is better, so... I mean, I like this game, I'll play it, but I won't play that credit, though. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's a lot of delay in my case because I'm applying a whole bunch of effects to the microphone, and that's not an instantaneous process. So, you know, I'm hearing it after it applies the compressor and the noise reduction filter and, you know, all the VST effects. These are not instantaneous, so... So yeah, I don't know. Apparently this game has some bug fixes if you compare it to the CD one, and there is something interesting about this. If you play it on a Super Graphics, which I do not own, but if I did, oh my gosh, then it reduces flicker. There's normally a little bit of flicker in this game because the system can only display so many sprites at once. The Super Graphics can display more than that. And as far as I know, this is the only game that is compatible with both systems and has, like, improvements when played on the superior hardware. Normally, if you play a normal PC Engine game in a Super Graphics, it just runs the exact same. I wouldn't be surprised if you get superior results with a hardware compressor anyway, but that's just spitballing, of course. So the thing about this game is, like, the original Darius runs at a 4:1 aspect ratio. In other words, it's 3 4:3 monitors side by side by side. You can't do that on a console. So apparently it's a reasonably faithful port when you keep that in mind. So, like, the level layouts are all the same. It's just the attacks are, like, a little less difficult. And the bullets move slower, so you have more time to react. Really? But yeah, the CD port of this is interesting. Most CD games do like cool like Redbook audio, like arranged soundtracks, except it's technically not Redbook with hardware this old. But you get these awesome like arranged versions of the songs. Instead of that, they just ripped the arcade music and put it on the CD as like audio tracks. So you get a perfect recreation of the arcade Darius sound instead of like a chip tune, you know, rearrangement of it, which is what this is. The zone is over. Rushing into B. I totally forget which path is easiest. So this game has a bunch of branching paths, and like the levels are not all equally difficult. So you really want to like, if your goal is just to 1cc it, you want to pick as many of the easy stages as possible. If I recall in this game, that means like always picking either top or bottom route, I forget which, and then actually branching at like one point. Darius kicks ass in my book. I think this game is awesome. Yeah. Yeah, so this is probably a bit of a letdown, right? The CD version is the exact same as the arcade. Because it's just a rip of the arcade hardware, as I understand it. This is Zuntata, right? The Darius soundtrack. That's the only thing, like, it would have been cool to hear CD arrangements of the music, because Zuntata is so good at that. But it's fine. Arm. I'm in the mood to play more video games after this, so I'm gonna have to come up with something, huh? What do you think? What would be a cool thing to play after I'm done with Darius? I don't want to just play Darius all night. I did that when we got to Super Darius. I'm not in the mood to do it a second time. There are no Mario games on the PC Engine. Unless you count those, like, illegal ports. Electric Fan Bee. The hell is Keystone Capers? You know what? Didn't this boss whoop my ass? This looks familiar. No, I don't think this boss did whip my ass. It's better than Mario. That's a stretch. I remember not being a big fan of this level. This level doesn't have a ceiling? Oh no. So if you just blast everything in sight without like thinking about it at least a little bit, you'll end up spawning power-ups that you then can't reach. Look at this. I can tell you being better than Ezra is a low bar. So I guess that answers that, right? Oh dear. Oh dear. Your hitbox is so small in this. Is that accurate to the arcade, or is it... like more forgiving on the... No, it could be, You get growing pains at this point in the game, because when you first upgrade to this laser, I think it is like strictly worse. It just does less damage. But if you don't upgrade your laser all the way by the end of the game, you regret it. Whoa. Twitch sings. Why did I agree to do Twitch sings? I'm of two minds about it. I do have fun singing. Do I have fun singing for a Twitch audience? We're gonna find out. Oh, I kind of remember this guy being a jerk. God. That sound is so weird. I'm gonna go down. You know, Link's Winters, I'm guessing there's a strategic element to that in this game as well. I sort of want to 1cc Super Darius. I think it would be fun. But I'll do that on my own time. H-Zone. Oh my. What was the point of the yellow thing? It didn't do anything. Oh, that's cool. So for a long time, I didn't understand why anyone cared about Darius, because my only exposure to it was that terrible SNES one, like Darius Twin or something. That game's... I don't like it. If you do, you know, live your truth and all, but... There we go. Hey, Zether. You missed everything. This is the last game of the night. Oh, dang. I went through all that without getting hit, and I got hit by something real obvious. Whoops. I was reading chat instead of paying attention to the shmup. I'm kind of checked out of this one. Just because I've already played Darius. I feel like there are a lot of new faces since Super Darius. That was like a couple months ago now, right? Does anyone want to see? Oh, okay. I guess the yellow guys like blow up all the enemies on screen. That's kind of cool. Does anyone want to see Super Darius after I game over at this one? Whoa. If I recall, I got up to the last boss of whichever route I was on when I played this, and I got whooped. I got there with like multiple lives in stock. It didn't matter. I died. Dude, this boss sucks. Yeah, okay, so Super Darius, for comparison's sake. Same game, it's just the CD version. But the music. All right, so we're done with this. That's it for the retrospective for tonight. Let's see. How is the audio balance? Oh yeah, I remember the cropping is weird for this game. Yeah. There, I think that's right. And then I have no idea how much to... Oh my gosh. How much to crop off the bottom and the top. Yeah, like, doesn't this sound way better? This is the real Darius. I guess is it time to make a straw poll? And I'll just play whatever wins the straw poll after this credit. What can go on this straw poll? What should I play after Super Darius? Does anyone have any suggestions for stuff that can go on here? Not Rondo. That's the one thing. I'd like to stay on the PCE, but no, I mean, I can switch if people are PCE'd out. I'll put that on there. I'm not a big Airzonk fan, but I mean, I'll give it the old college try if it wins. Golvelius isn't on the PC Engine. Yeah, I finished Legendary Axe 2. I died only once. Yeah, true. Samurai Space Harrier. Oh my god. Don't make me do that. It's called Jinmu Densho. I don't want to play it. Beat 'em up? Oh, what was that piece of crap? Takeda Shingen, I think. I'm going to put the Legendary Axe 1 on here. I've played it a lot. My feelings will not be hurt if it doesn't get a single vote. So... that's too like language intensive. Genpei Tomaden, why not? Let's try to get 6 options on this poll. We're at 3. The Legendary Axe, Airzonk, Genpei Tomaden. 3 more. I've done both of the Bonk games really recently, so I sort of don't want to go back to the well there. What about Kato-chan and Ken-chan? Adventure Island, but harder. That's 4. 2 more. Keith Courage is bad. And I mean bad. 2 more. Surely I can come up with 2 more. Switch to Mega Drive. Switch to NES. There we go. Before I post this, I want to make sure you know you can pick multiple answers. So vote for anything you're cool with. And don't feel any pressure to vote for what you think I might personally want to play. Because I can play video games in my own time. Yeah, no, Son Son 2 will not be happening. So yeah, I don't know. This even feels faster. I think the ship might be relatively quicker in this game. Maybe I'm just having more fun, so it seems faster. I think the default difficulty in this is easier. The enemies are dying faster. If someone could keep that link on hand and bust it out every once in a while, this credit will probably last a few levels. And since it's a shmup, I can't like stop in the middle of it to post the link myself. Oops. Thank you, Gamma Chris. I've been thinking for a while that this situation is going to become increasingly common as the number of work unsafe or like visual novel and strategy games skyrockets. So I need to go in with a plan for like what to do after the 5 games. All right, yeah, feel better to the to the extent that you can. There's another, while I'm just thinking out loud about stream stuff, there is another thing that I'm doing. I've like only hinted at it in the past because I wasn't sure whether I'd really be able to do it. I can, it's a big time investment. So there is a like classic JRPG that has never been released, I think in any language other than Japanese. It's certainly never come out in English. And it doesn't have a fan translation for some reason. It is called Tengai Makyo Jiraiya, or Far East of Eden Jiraiya. It's actually the same Jiraiya that the Naruto character is based off of. For people who are that particular sort of dork. So I actually lost my work, but it wouldn't be hard to get back to where I was. I was slowly translating it. The idea being King Fossil. The idea being that I would like play through a bit of the game. Translate it as I go, and then kind of do it live on stream. Yeah, listen to that. So play ahead, translate it, and then play through it on stream and just sort of go through my notes while I'm taking the lower path because I wasn't paying attention. That's fine. And that's something that I think I'll be able to do about every 2 weeks. I should be able to do 2 or 3 hours of this game. So it's really similar to the PC Engine retrospective in that it's, going over something that never got quote unquote Western release. Hey, thanks, Duke. We'll never know. Meaning I think a lot of the same people who watch on Tuesday nights are going to want to see it. And a lot of people only watch Tuesday nights. So I don't know when to do these. I had 2 thoughts, right? I could come up with another day that I do Tengai Makyo on. So like every other Thursday or Wednesday or something. Or I could start alternating. So one Tuesday will be the PC Engine retrospective, and then the next Tuesday will be Tengai Makyo instead. How does that sound? Does anyone have any thoughts on this? Because I have no problem like accommodating people's... Thanks, Duke. Accommodating people's schedules, because, you can't be there to watch every single stream. Whoops. Whoops. I'm asleep at the wheel here. Oh, what am I doing? I'm gonna lose my shield. Never mind. One more credit. Fuck that. I'm not even looking at what's in the lead. Excuse me. Well, probably it hit me every frame that I was overlapping with it. It didn't seem quite instantaneous. My guess is if I had noticed that I was colliding with the laser and tapped the other direction, I could have gotten away with like just taking a few hits to the shield. I don't know, to me this version's better. Someone asked if there was a Darius minus. I suppose there is. It's called Darius Plus. Nope. Last reset. This is the last credit, come hell or high water. Yeah, the default difficulty level for Darius Plus is higher. I'm sure of it. I think those, these like helmet spaceships fired shots. What's winning the poll? I'm not feeling Darius right now. Switch to Mega Drive. How does this always win? Every time it wins. Yeah, I saw that. All right, we're switching to the Mega Drive. Casual video gaming on the Mega Drive. I don't know why I call it that. It's called the Genesis where I'm from. Thank you, everybody who joined for the PC Engine retrospective. I think I'm going to have to rethink the format a little bit. Basically, I need filler